Princess Beatrice and Eugenie fight to keep royal status amid Andrew scandal. Welcome back to Royal Juice, the channel where no crown is too heavy, no secret stays buried, and the tea is always piping hot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell, because trust us, you do not want to miss what we're serving today. And to our loyal Royal Juice family who keeps coming back, we see you, we love you, and oh boy, do we have something for you. Imagine watching everything your family built, the prestige, the palace invitations, the gilded life, begin to crumble. Not because of anything you did, but because of your father. That is the reality Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie wake up to every single morning. And today, we're pulling back the velvet curtain to reveal just how hard these two daughters of Prince Andrew are fighting, desperately, quietly, and with everything they've got, to hold on to their royal identity while their father's name becomes synonymous with one of the monarchy's darkest chapters. Let's take a step back. Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, was once considered Queen Elizabeth II's favorite son. He was a war hero, a senior working royal, and a man of immense privilege. But today, he is arguably the most controversial figure in the entire House of Windsor. His close association with convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, the civil lawsuit brought by Virginia Giuffre alleging sexual abuse, and his catastrophically disastrous BBC Newsnight interview, an interview so bad it became the stuff of PR legend, stripped him of his military titles, royal patronages, and his HRH status for official purposes. But here's the question nobody wants to ask out loud. What happens to the daughters left behind? Princess Beatrice, 36, and Princess Eugenie, 34, have always occupied a peculiar space within the royal family. Unlike William and Harry, the direct heirs who commanded endless media attention, Beatrice and Eugenie were the other princesses. Present at events, photographed at Ascot, occasionally on the front pages, but never truly in the spotlight, until now. And not in the way they would have chosen. Sources close to the family have suggested that both princesses have been quietly working overtime to distance themselves from their father's scandal, not by publicly condemning him, because that would be a betrayal too far, but by doubling down on their own charitable commitments, their professional endeavors, and their public image as modern, independent royal women. Eugenie, in particular, has leaned heavily into her anti-trafficking advocacy work, a cause that, given the nature of her father's scandal, feels both deeply personal and politically charged. Whether it was a calculated PR move or a genuine passion, the optics are impossible to ignore. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Both Beatrice and Eugenie retain their HRH titles and princess status, for now. But royal watchers and constitutional experts have raised serious questions about the long-term sustainability of their position. King Charles III has made it abundantly clear that he envisions a slimmed-down monarchy. Fewer working royals, less public funding, a tighter inner circle, and with Andrew firmly pushed to the margins of royal life, currently skulking around Royal Lodge in Windsor, reportedly refusing to vacate despite pressure, his daughter's proximity to the working royal family grows more uncertain by the day. Will Beatrice and Eugenie eventually be asked to fully step back from any royal association? Will they be nudged, politely but firmly, as the royals tend to do, toward a life entirely outside the institution? The palace hasn't said. They rarely do. But the silence speaks volumes. Make no mistake, Beatrice and Eugenie are not passive bystanders in this story. They are actively, strategically crafting narratives of their own. Beatrice has immersed herself in the world of business and finance, working for a US-based investment firm and building a reputation as a serious professional woman, not just a princess who wears fascinators to weddings. She married Edoardo Mapelli-Mozzi in a private ceremony during the pandemic and has embraced a quieter, more purposeful public life. Eugenie, meanwhile, has become something of a social media darling, authentic, warm, and relatable in a way that feels genuinely unroyal. She and husband Jack Brooksbank have 2 children, and Eugenie's Instagram presence portrays a life that is royal by blood but refreshingly human in practice. Both sisters attended the coronation of King Charles in May 2023, a visible, deliberate signal that they remain part of the family fabric, scandal or not. And both have maintained warm, public relationships with other royals, particularly Princess Anne's family, which speaks to their careful navigation of internal palace politics. Here is the cruel irony at the heart of this story. Beatrice and Eugenie are, by all accounts, among the most sympathetic figures in the royal family right now. They did nothing wrong. They committed no scandal. They have lived relatively private, dignified lives. And yet they are paying a price, a reputational tax, if you will, simply because of the man who is their father. Royal commentators have noted that public sympathy for the princesses is remarkably high. People understand that children cannot choose their parents. But sympathy doesn't protect titles. Sympathy doesn't guarantee palace invitations. And sympathy certainly doesn't resolve the very real institutional pressure both women face as the monarchy charts its future course. The situation with Prince Andrew is far from resolved. He remains at Royal Lodge. He reportedly harbors hopes of some form of royal rehabilitation, hopes that, by most accounts, are almost certainly in vain. And as long as he remains a controversial, headline-generating presence, his daughters cannot fully escape the shadow he casts. The next few years will be critical. King Charles's vision of a leaner monarchy will inevitably force decisions about who remains in the royal fold and who is gradually eased out. Beatrice and Eugenie are watching, waiting, and working, quietly building lives that could stand on their own if the day comes when the crown no longer provides their foundation. They are, in every sense, royals fighting not for a throne, but for something more fragile and more vital: their identity, their dignity, and their place in a family that has always demanded everything and guaranteed nothing. So, what do you think? Are Beatrice and Eugenie handling this the right way? Should the royal family do more to protect them from their father's fallout? Or is this simply the price of being born into a family where blood ties come with impossible complications? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, we read every single one. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and join the Royal Juice family. New episodes drop every week, and trust us, the palace never runs out of secrets. Until next time, stay curious, stay regal, and keep sipping the royal juice.